HyperScale video workshop. It's Brett Green here, and today on my doorstep landed a box from the land of the long white cloud, New Zealand. And I've got a very good idea of what it might be, but I thought I would let you all have a look at the same time as I inspect the contents for the very first time. Yes, it is Kotare's brand new Spitfire Mk.Vb in 1/32 scale. It seems incredible to me that we could reach the year 2026 and still not have a worthy 32nd scale Spitfire Mk.Vb, which was one of the truly critical introductions to the air war in the entire Second World War. There's only been the Hasegawa kits, which are certainly looking very long in the tooth at the moment. The basic detail, raised panel lines, and some quite noticeable errors as far as outline and detail are concerned. And then we have the Hobby Boss offering, which, unfortunately typical of many Hobby Boss offerings, looks nice in the box, probably goes together nicely, but some really serious errors as far as the cockpit, the canopy, the shapes of the fuselage, the cross sections. It doesn't stand up to 2026 scrutiny. So enter Kotare. We've seen their Spitfire Mark 1 and Mark 2. We've seen the first of their specialized limited edition Spitfire prototype, Spitfire photo reconnaissance aircraft. And now we have the prospect, the hope of an excellent Spitfire Mk.Vb early version. Now, this is going to be a one-take video again. We're just going to take a look at the sprues initially. So let's take the lid off the box. Here we are. And I'll just go sprue by sprue. So I'll just move the bottom of the box over here. And we have the first of the sprues. So let me first of all open the bag. So you're getting an unfiltered look at this model at exactly the same time as I have. So the wings must be brand new. We have all the various bulges for the Mk.Vb, cannon bulges, the wheel bulges that take into account the orientation of the tires, and various hatches and ejectors on the bottom wing. The plastic is really nice. It's shiny. It's smooth. The recessed panel lines look fantastic. There's a limited number of rows of the rivets as well. So the first sprue looks great. Interestingly, on the bottom of the sprue, we can see that the wings have a great deal of structural integrity that have been molded into them. You won't see this, of course, on the outer surfaces. So next we have another sprue. This one contains parts for the cockpit, ailerons, wing fillets, new engine cowlings, various other smaller cockpit parts. Some of these look similar to the Mark 1. And we also have several choices of lower wing bulges, and there'll be alternatives that will be offered in the instructions, I would imagine. So that's an important sprue. And next up, talking about important, we have the fuselage. So once again, we'll just take that away, and we can see the lovely, lovely fuselage. So this, yes, this fuselage sprue is actually common to all of the Kotare Spitfire models so far. So we have separate cowling pieces, separate accumulator door, separate radio hatch, and all of that means that it covers a nice range of variants. Now we also have very subtle fabric effect on the elevators and on the rudder. Essentially it's just the stitching with no great chasms for the fabric. This, at the bottom of the sprue, you can see a long shallow wing spar, and that will make sure that you've got nice aligned and consistent wing. And let's see the cover for the front. Nice floor. The detail on these cockpits are fantastic. They certainly don't lose anything for the fact that they're 100% plastic. So that's the sprue for the cockpit. Next up, I think this may be another, yes, that's right. This is another sprue that is common to all of Kotare's Spitfires so far. So we have bulged and flattened tyres. We have the simply broken down but nicely detailed wheel well, some other interior parts, the 3 ejector exhausts. We have a de Havilland propeller, cockpit interior parts, the radiator, fairing and undercarriage parts. So that's going to be obviously very important. And the final grey sprue looks like it's, yes, for the Mark II and the Mark V alone. So these are a little bit more dedicated to the current Mark V that we're interested in. And once again, we have some cockpit parts. I love the seats with the molded on straps. They really do look good. They're fun to paint as well. We've got radio gear. We've got a flare rack. We have the sides of the pilot seat, rudder pedals, the plastic instrument panel, which does look really good. The other wing root fillet is here. A couple of styles, probably Castle Bromwich Aircraft Factory and the Supermarine Factory top cowlings, alternative exhausts, Rotol propeller, and the spinner there as well. A few small detail parts on the end of the sprues, and also the another set of undercarriage covers. What we have now is the clear sprue, and it might be a little hard to see the clear on the white, so what I'll do is I'll put down a little piece of cardboard and we can have a look at it there. But basically, the parts are thin, they're completely free from distortion. There are two options, open and closed. The open canopy parts comprise of three parts: the windscreen, the sliding section, and the rear. And if you want to depict your Spitfire with its cockpit closed, you are provided with a nice single part that covers the front of the windscreen to the back of the rear section. Now, if you're going to be building this model with the open canopy, then you could actually use that single piece closed canopy as an easy and very accurate mask when you're painting the model. We also have looks like the gun sight and a few other clear parts as well. But it's all good, man. Very, very nice. So, next, in the box, I have received a set of 3D printed 3 ejector exhausts, which are very nice. I don't think they're a standard thing. I think you can buy them separately, and they're included in the pre-sale as well. So there's that. And we also have a 3D printed door. And once again, I'm not sure if this is part of the production kit, but as you can see, it's very thin. Just about to see right through it. And it's nicely detailed as well. So we'll have some more news. By the time we do the full review, I'll have an answer for you about that. Next up is the instruction booklet. These instruction booklets are as much an education as they are an assembly guide. Look at the paint guide here. So you've got every tiny piece of the cockpit that's covered in these two diagrams for the various colors and options. Really nice. We've got reference all over the place. We've got scrap drawings. There's notes for virtually every assembly, and it's a fantastic thing. And of course, at the end we have the color and marking guide as well. So we have a dark earth and dark green. We have a mixed grey and dark green, and another mixed grey and dark green with US a C or F, I can't remember now. Anyway, American markings. So there you go. And finally, we have the decal sheet, printed perfectly by Cartograph in Italy. Really, really nice. We've got wing walks. We have the red doped fabric for the 4 machine guns. We also have stencils, the individual and grouped instrument dials for the instrument panel, national markings for both US and RAF aircraft. And no, it all looks really, really good. Very, very nice. I'll take it out of its bag so you can see it in its glory. But I think you're going to shore with the design by Kotare and the printing by Cartograph that is a marriage made in heaven. So there we have it. That's Kotare's Spitfire Mk.Vb in 32nd scale. It really looks fantastic in the box. The quality of the plastic, the fidelity of the surface textures, the amazing amount of detail, and all using plastic as its sole media. I can't wait to get stuck into this. It won't be very long at all before you see my model completed. And I hope you will like what you see as well. Well, that's it from me, Brett Green, HyperScale Video Workshop. Until next time, bye for now.